Welcome to Night Rips. So as you can see with our Darren Dalton in the back, one of the Phillies' finest, we're out to rip 6 more packs of this 94 Fleer Ultra Series 1. Now typically I'll say, okay, I'm going to pull 6 packs from this. This time I won't say that because, as you know, we had to conduct a little science experiment. The first 6 packs was a bit sticky. So what I decided to do was I took 6 packs already from there, and I went and froze them for a couple days, and then started letting them thaw out a bit to see if that actually technique does work to help unbrick packs. So we'll see what we can find in here. They are still a little bit cold, but that's part of what actually supposedly makes them not stick. We'll see. So let me go ahead and zoom in. And before we get ripping, once again, we go ahead and take the time to invite you to join the channel, hitting that subscribe button below, and hit the notify bell. It's notified when I put new stuff up. So 6 packs. Let's see if by freezing these for a couple days, if this really does work. Now I will show you there is odds on this. You know, obviously there's the Phillies highlights. There should be about 6 of these per box. There are the award winners, should be about 12. And then you've got second year standouts, league leaders, ultra firemen. Those are basically 1 in every 3 packs. And the home run king, which is 1 in every box, basically. There's also a possibility of pulling autos of both Darren Dalton and John Kruk. 1,000 numbered copies of each. Chances of getting them probably pretty low. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can find. All right, now let's got some cold cards here, but let's see what happens. Let's see, I mean, obviously they're still going to brick a little bit, but let's just see if they actually come apart a lot easier. That's the trick. So can we get these without damaging them? Don't know. They are bending a little bit better, I will say that. And it does look like they may actually not stick quite as bad. There's Mark Wohlers rookie's card. A little bit of pack on them, or sorry, a little bit of previous card, but this actually may work. Ken Hill. I mean, honestly, that's definitely a problem when you're talking about these older cards. Of course, I do these little, very small bends, and you'll hear it crunch just a bit. That's it, basically the cards coming apart. Important thing you have to do there is make sure you don't bend them very much. You just don't want to crease the cards. Joe Carter actually took a lot of damage on that one. So maybe these didn't work as well as I thought. But we're going to, you know, this is a 94, so this is still, yeah, these are still sticking pretty bad. These are from the junk wax era. It is the year of strike, but we will use this time to try different techniques because, you know, obviously I open up a lot of very glossy cards, and glossy cards has been in boxes for, in this case, 28 years. Trying to get them to do it, not damage the cards. I want to protect obviously my top stadium club. Oh, look how bad. I mentioned being junk wax, and this is what I mean. Look at how bad the print was off. I don't know, and it looks like it was back to back. You had to cut the gold in the middle because there's the bottom of somebody's name, or at least their team, and of course his head was cut off, or at least the top part of it. Wade Boggs, same way. Look at that. And whoever was an outfielder for the New York Yankees, obviously his team was left behind and cut off a little bit of Wade Boggs' tail. Sorrento, and every one of these is cut. Oh, these are getting real bad. Brett Butler has no top of his head. And of course, somebody from the Los Angeles Dodgers, the catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, there it is. Even to the point where it was actually part of the red line. And not only was it cut off, it's cut at an angle because there's, you see the red line there, and you see none of it here. So that means this card is totally miscut. But they call them junk wax for a reason. But we did pull this. For Seattle, this would be award winner. This would be the National League Top Glove, which, as we know, is what Fleer would call gold gloves. Omar Vizquel. At least this card looks pretty good, and it's actually in good condition. Again, there's going to be 12 of these per box, but this would be the top glove, or what Rawlings calls the gold glove. And of course, Rawlings is the one that owns the rights. Fleer didn't pay for it, so they had to name it something else. So let's go ahead and open up pack number 2. All right, and right from the bottom, I can tell. Ooh, listen to that. Almost sounds like I just broke something. We can tell we got our second Phillies Finest. But let's go work our way down. Ooh, these are... I don't know if these actually might have gotten worse. There's Pudge. Good thing is boxes don't cost much. These cards are not really worth anything. They were very, very mass-produced. Yeah, that's really, really bad. So I will say that for my third rip of this product, we're going to pull out hair dryers, or hair dryer, which is going to take a lot more time for me to rip it, because I will go and heat up the pack between rips, or between each pack, which will take some time. Man, look at that. That's terrible. Some of them come loose good. There's Darren Fletcher. Some of them come loose good. Some of them don't. But at least these were actually, looks like they were actually cut decently. Well, I will say that, but I saw at the very bottom, something is up. Yeah, even bending these things is not breaking them apart. Moses Alou. Trying to do my best to protect them. Sometimes it doesn't work with Pat Kelly. Look at all the, and you look what, if you actually look at the back of the card, you can actually see it's actually pulled off pieces of the back of the card. Such a pity. But these cards have been sitting around for, this is 94, it's been 28 years. Kenny Lofton, a bunch of pack on him, or a bunch of previous card. There's Jim Gott. Billy Hatcher. Looks like all of these were cut pretty decent. And I mentioned the Phillies Finest. We got a second of the Darren Daltons. This is a set of 10. There was 10 in Series 1 and 10 in Series 2. I mean, excuse me. Oh no, that's right. There's 10 in each. 5 of Dalton, 5 of Kruk. So we'll put, looks like we have card number 1 and 2, I think. And we do. Cards number 1 and 2. Cool. And for those that don't know, Dalton Varsho, Dalton Varsho, say it right. Dalton Varsho was actually named after Darren Dalton. Dalton Varsho, currently with Arizona. Pack number 3. All right, looks like we got ourselves one of the second years as we break these apart. Again, doing our best to get the cards to come apart without bending them too much, because you don't want to crease the cards. There's Sean Barry. Darren Lewis. That's actually interesting. It's only on this side. Usually it's right here in the middle. Well, I can just feel it there too. So as you get to the bottom of the box, it gets worse. Ron Darling. But it is a side effect for opening up cards that's been put away for so long. There's Doc. Nice Dwight Gooden. Of course, he's got a whole lot of previous card all over him. But I always like watching him pitch. It was actually really interesting when his card stopped saying Dwight and started saying Doc. Doug Jones, Steve Buechele, who's got a lot of, and actually it's the card itself of him that's actually been destroyed. Looks like he left a card. Yeah, he left a card on the backside of Doug Jones. So they all break apart differently. Checklist card. And the sad thing is this checklist card actually looks better than most of the other cards in the set. Ken Bottenfield. Oh, they're coming apart a little bit better now. There's Lou Whitaker. You know, I said that and jinxed myself. There's Chris Gwynn, who is actually kin to Tony Gwynn. Dave Burba, a lot of damage. And finally, we have a Chuck Carr. And one of the things I've noticed is that these insert cards, which are the last card of the deck, of each pack, actually don't have much damage to them. But this would be the second year standout, Chuck Carr. Pretty card. And the fact that they put gold foil on the front and the back, these are definitely nice sets. Unfortunately, because they put all the gold foil, I can't do one of the techniques to try to break apart brick packs, which is putting them in the microwave. So let's go ahead and go with pack number 4. All right, now let me break these apart. As you can look at, we have ourselves another Gold Glove back here. Actually the #1 catcher in years of getting their Gold Glove, and that would have been Pudge. And if you're interested to know more about Pudge and Gold Gloves, make sure you check out my channel on my 9 card talking about Gold Gloves. Okay. Well, I thought they were coming apart. Wow. There's Doug Henry. I'm real scared about seeing what the bottom packs are going to be like. If just the top packs are this rough. Jim Poole. Troy O'Leary. Yeah, these are rough. Look at the edges there. Yeah, these are bad. Now these, honestly, the edges may be bad too because of just traveling around in the box. Because who knows everywhere this went. I know I got them from Texas, so they were sent, and they could have taken damage there, can take damage just in the 28 years of travel. Ricky Gutierrez, Rich Amaral, I hate this happens to these cards, but you know, it's better to practice on how can I break these apart without damaging them more with this cheaper stuff than whenever we start getting to, like I said, my main collection, which is Stadium Club. This one cuts off, getting off. It's already starting to slide off again. And I can tell because how thick that gold line is. And the fact that it's starting to cut off parts of the image. Yeah, see, you can see right here, we actually, if I put the Pudge card down, if I actually put my finger there, you can see it actually has part of the card that was on the other side. So definitely some bad cuts, but fortunately, our award winner, this would be the Gold Glove, or how Flair calls the top glove of Pudge. It looks good. I mean, I may feel a little bit there, but not much to tell that it was actually bad. So this is actually still in good condition, but Ivan Rodriguez, Gold Glove winner. We'll put him here. Actually, let me put him over here to the side. Thing is you're finding a card per pack, so you end up building your wall up pretty quick. All right, pack number 5. All right, let's see how well this pack goes. And I will say right now, my prognosis of putting them in the freezer to see if that helps them out, not really the top way I would say I'd do it. I don't think I'm gonna try it again. But let's get a few of these cards apart. There's Angel Miranda, Doug Strange. Unfortunately, Jeff Bagwell, one of the Killer Bees, has a lot of damage to him. But I think I've pulled this card before. It's only 300 cards in the set, so it's not like, you know, it's not a huge set. Mark Lemke. Terry Jorgensen. I don't know if if he really looks that like that, or it's just all the packets or all the card that's on his face. Makes him look a little more strange, obviously. All right. See if I can get these apart a little bit. Work on trying to get some of these cards apart. See if I can break this a little bit faster instead of each one being stuck. All right, let's see how well that went. We have Greg Harris. Now, did part of Greg Harris's... No, the foil didn't come off. It's just that bad, honestly. Well, let me see. No, it's actually just a really bad misprint. Because if you look, the gold line at the bottom is gone. And I'm sitting there trying to... Because it looks like... I don't know, it looks like it's an overprint. So, that was just a bad print job altogether. No, of course, I mentioned this was a bad print job. I don't know which is worse. Bad print job or no print job, because we have somebody it's actually Joe Girardi with no foil at all. Does he have any on the back? He does have it on the back, but he has nothing on the front. Way to go, Fleer. There's Danny Darwin. Our checklist card, which obviously the checklist cards, for whatever reason, the checklist cards always look good. Armando Reynoso, Mike Henneman, Greg Gagne, Billy Swift, and we have our last card, who actually, another award winner, and actually looks good. Yeah, I don't even feel any card on him. Well, a little bit right here, I guess. Yeah, you can see it a little bit on his uniform. But another Gold Glove, and this one being the kid himself, Ken Griffey Jr. Again, 10-time Gold Glove winner. This was B94. He started in 1989. So he still had a few more to go. But anytime you get the kid, he goes on a stand. All right, last pack. Last pack can be the last time I will say I will have this experiment of putting things in the freezer to see if I can break up a brick. All right. Kind of make me pause just a little bit there. Gonna break these up as we look at the back side of Aaron Sell and his second year standout card. Again, there's 10 of those. I can tell the card right on the other side of it is actually a bad misprint, but let's see what we got. There's Kurt Abbott. Yeah, unfortunately, a very, well, it's got card from the previous one, but a Tom Glavine. Nice, one of the lefty of the triplets. Brent Gates. This one's damaged in multiple ways. And I apologize, it does take me a little bit longer to actually break these apart. There's the nice Chipper Jones rookie card. Of course, it's a rookie with a lot of damage on the other side. Of course, his prospect card was from 1991. His true rookie card was from 1993. Well, there is a rookie card from 1991 too. And this one, is this one safe? This one still has him as a shortstop. Obviously, he was known better as being a third baseman. But, you know, retired number. and Hall of Famer for the Braves. Spent his whole career with Atlanta. Jeff Fassero. Break up some of these apart so I can go through them a little quicker, hopefully. Since really there's no hope to make these non-damaged. But in a way, these cards were damaged to start with just when they came out, just because they were so badly cut and badly print. So we're really not doing any new damage to them, other than the stick or possibly the edge, but that was probably from travel. Jimmy Key. There's BJ. And as I mentioned, the bad print job. You look how cut this one is. I can't tell what team it is on the other side. Let's take a look. Because it's Damon Berryhill from the Braves, and I can't see what team really that would be. But of course, once we start seeing how those cards are cut bad, they just keep getting worse. Perfect example, when I look at John Jaha, there's a Brewer on the other side. I can just show you my finger. And they just keep getting worse. John Kruk, who is one of the Phillies' finest, but the third, he was a first baseman. The third baseman, shortstop, got at least part of his foot's there, and part of John Kruk's helmet's missing. And of course, it keeps getting worse for, Mike Timlin. We have somebody from the Blue Jays here, and you see that one. You can see the complete, Toronto Blue Jays catcher and part of the Fleer logo. And not only is part of his entire cap is now missing. I can see that little piece of the bill. So terrible, terrible, terrible quality control. But we did pull this one, and the advantage I say is with every one of the inserts being on the back, they don't stick. So I don't know why, but honestly, these are the big ones we're trying to find. But we got that second-year standout, Aaron Sell. So I'm just going to put him to the side because let's do a quick recap. Again, a lot of base and a lot of, to be honest, damaged base. Damaged because it's been sitting in a pack too long. So you'll see, previous card on the cards. Or damaged because Fleer just did not watch the print. So they miscut them, or in some cases, didn't stamp them at all. So unfortunate. But the fortunate things is the inserts. All the inserts has come out to be actually really, really nice cards. Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know. They didn't stick like the other cards did. So that, in a way, makes me happy because the inserts are the lower odds, the stuff that we're really trying to pull out of this. The base cards, they are what they are. But we did end up pulling another one of these Phillies finest. It should be, 6 of these per box. We pulled our second Darren Dalton card. And actually card number 2. We pulled card number 1 in the first rip. We pulled 2 of the second-year standouts. And these are gorgeous cards. The seal actually throws me off every time. But we have Chuck Carr and Aaron Sell. And the reason why I say the foil... Come on, Chuck. Let's come up. Okay, here he is. The reason why I say these throw me off, if any of y'all have ever seen any of the... In 1991, there was the Desert Shield cards. They were cards that you could only get when you were in theater. And obviously, Chipper Jones is one of the ones everyone chases. This logo, even though it doesn't say it, because of that fine gold print on it, it just throws me off. I don't have any of those cards, but that does throw me off. And it is quite a bit different than the huge gold foil that they put on the front. But we did get 2 of those. There is 10 in total. And then finally, Fleer's not allowed to use the name Gold Glove. That's actually trademarked by Rawlings, so they actually call something called Top Gloves. We actually ended up pulling 3 of those. This is a set of 12, but we ended up pulling Omar Vizquel, Gold Glove winner outfielder. The most Gold Gloves by a catcher. This is a Gold Glove of of Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge. And then the 10-time, not the most by an outfielder. You know, most by an outfielder is actually Willie Mays. So it goes Willie Mays, Roberto Clemente, and then everybody else. But one of those everybody else's that are tied at 10 would be this man, Ken Griffey Jr., the kid. So once again, never a complaint whenever I pull Ken Griffey Jr. Because I open up so many 90s baseball, we see him quite a bit. So that's it. Another rip of 1994 Fleer Ultra Series 1. I will say that the experiment to put these in a freezer to see if I could get them to unbrick a little bit better, I'll say that one failed. But we're gonna keep trying. The next strip of this, I'm going to try another technique. That would be actually using the hairdryer on each pack to see if that might actually warm up the cards just enough that they don't stick together. So hope to see you then. And you know when I put that up by joining the channel, hitting that subscribe button right there below and hitting the notify bell. Also, you can do the channel a favor. Go ahead and thumbs up on the video. And if you have any comments, drop it in the comment section below. I appreciate taking the time, suffering with me, listening to pulling these cards that's been sitting together for 28 years. Got such a bond with the cards around them. They just didn't want to let go, and they tend to stick a lot and damage themselves when they actually come apart. I hate doing it, but you know, it is one of the disadvantages when you open up this wax that's been together for so long. So I look forward to sharing the pain with you here in the near future. But until then, bye now.